Hey everybody, so welcome back. So for today's project, we're going to walk through some basic clutch maintenance. And essentially, this is what you want to do pretty much at the start of every season, or halfway through, or whatever, how many miles that you're putting on. But essentially what we're going to do is we're going to talk about cleaning the clutch faces, making sure that there's no residue built on the sheaves of the primary, to make sure that there's no slippage or anything else going on. So just to look real quick on my primary, we do have a little bit of glazing down where the belt rides, and you can see there's some other stuff that's on the sheaves that really needs to be cleaned up. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the belt off the primary and the secondary, and what you're going to want to do is, from your toolkit that Polaris gives you, there's a L head bolt, and what it does is it's going to go into the secondary, and what you can do is you're just going to screw it in, and eventually what's going to happen is, as you're threading this in, the sheaves on the secondary are going to grow apart, which essentially is going to make the belt longer, and then you'll be able to get the belt off. So why don't we go ahead and do that now? Let's go ahead and get the belt off, and we'll go to the next step. All right, so now that we have the secondary opened up, the belt has been removed, and there we go. So what we're going to use to clean this is we're just going to use a little bit of Scotch-Brite and some caliper cleaner or brake cleaner, whatever you may have. This is essentially the same thing as brake cleaner. And what we're going to do is we're just going to spray it down and hit it with a Scotch-Brite and clean up the faces so there's no residue on it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and let's clean it up. All right, so after about 5 minutes of, if that, hit it with some Scotch-Brite and some brake cleaner. All that residue is pretty much gone. The clutch faces look nice and clean, right? So one thing you want to do, Obviously, just make sure you have the kill switch on, because the last thing you want to do is, as you're rotating the clutch, as you cleaning it, is have it actually kick off on you, and that would be a bad thing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and put the clutch back, the belt back on the clutch, and go from there. So let's do that now. Alright, so now we're going to put the belt back on the clutches. So there's a right way and a wrong way to do this. When you put it on, make sure you can read the writing on the belt, because the belt really is engineered to go in one direction. So if you can read the writing when the belt's on the clutches, that is the right way to go. So what we're going to do is we're just going to slip it onto the primary first. Right. So you get on the primary first, and I actually have the secondary backed out all the way quite a bit just to make it a little bit easier. The sled is on the ground, so depending on your own strength, you may not be able to rotate the sled back by rotating the secondary, right? So just for the ease of installation, I do have the secondary pretty much backed out all the way. And there you go. So now the belt is back on the clutches, and all we're going to do is now we're going to take the L tool back out. And what's going to happen is, as you take this out, the secondary is going to release back onto the helix, and it will end up closing up the sheaves. So sometimes for this to work, you may have to actually start the sled up and jack it up so the secondary will engage, and it will get back to its normal closed position. So why don't we go ahead and jack up the sled and make sure that it resets. So there you go. We started up the sled, jacked it up a little bit, the secondary reset, ran it, and it's back to its normal starting position, and we're all set. So if there's any questions, thoughts, concerns, go ahead and leave them in the comments box. I'll be more than happy to get back to you as soon as I can. If you liked the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you as part of my community. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.